What's going on, friend? In this episode, we're gonna be checking out a PRS SE Acoustic. Amore Lanza sing now. We break it down, baby. Alright, thank you so much for being here once again, and remember, as usual, like, subscribe, and do all those cool little things that we like to do on YouTube so that you and I can stay in touch with each other. Anyway, without talking too much, PRS SE P20e Tonare. And this is just a great parlor size acoustic by our good folks of PRS SE. And this is a whole mahogany construction, and it's like solid wood. I said in another video that I thought it was like maybe laminates. And honestly, the reason why I said that is because I think I paid maybe like 400 bucks for this guitar. And I wasn't thinking that for 400 bucks you can get a guitar with actual like solid wood. But I mean, if that's what they're saying on the website, I'm gonna have to trust it. And honestly, it just sounds so good that I don't have any reason to distrust it, right? Okay, let's keep talking about the features. We have a full ebony and a really dark ebony fretboard with the beautiful perloid looking birds. That if you like PRS, I think you really like the birds. I like the birds. And then of course, then you have your familiar PRS headstock. The neck is really comfortable. It's the wide fat neck. And I don't know, I compared to like, for example, the PRS SE Custom 2408 that I have, this neck is a lot fatter, and in my hand, it just feels a lot more comfortable. I feel like I have more space to put my fingers because my fingers have like big tips. So sometimes I don't know, I feel like I run out of real estate in certain guitars, but this is like super comfortable. It sounds really, 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 really good. We have a bone nut. So all basically to say that this guitar is packing a lot of features, and when I first got it, I think I didn't really appreciate it, other than it's like I really fell in love with it. Like I remember getting it out of the box and just realizing, wow, this sound is like haunting, you know? I don't ever want to like part ways with this guitar, and I just love playing it. And everybody that shows up in the studio, I think I said this in another video too, like I love how guitars are like super social instruments, and again, this video is proof of that, right? Because here we are, you and me socializing right now through guitars, and I love that. It's a great way to make friends, and when you have friends, it's a great way to hang out. So for me as a producer, you know, most of the songs that I like to write, I tend to start in a guitar just because it's like a very loose environment. Like everybody's like super comfortable, and when you have a couple guitars, you know, you grab one, somebody else grabs another one, and usually this one, just because it looks so nice, people gravitate towards it, and then when they hear that it sounds really good, they start playing this, and then I can grab just another guitar. And you know, it's a great way to start sessions. A lot of kudos there for PRS. It's, I want to say, a budget instrument without feeling or sounding like a budget instrument. So I'm really happy about that. And let me show you a couple sounds so that we can have an understanding about what this is and what this isn't. All right, so here we are. We have a little bit of a setup. I have an AKG 214 that is going through your screen right now. And I have it in like a very conventional way, just like maybe 6 to 8 inches from the, I don't know, maybe like the 12th fret or wherever the neck meets the body. Let's just start doing a few sound tests. See what's up. And so in that little example, what I was trying to demonstrate basically is that this guitar sounds really good when you play with your fingers. And it has to do a lot with like the way it handles
dynamics.
Because if you start like strumming really hard, you're gonna start notice how it starts to like not sounding as nice. But let's hear where it sounds with the pick. So anyway, like really nice sound, but I feel like it's still better when you hear it with just with your fingers. You know what I mean? It just has something nice. And even like when you're strumming with your fingers. So anyway, you be the judge and let me know in the comment section down below, definitely. What do you think of the sounds? I just feel like it sounds so nice. And right now, even right as I'm doing this test, I am like having all these moments. I was like,
it sounds so good.
It's like so warm. Like super organic sounding. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't feel like the metallic strings play a big factor in how like organic the instrument feels. So anyway, let's just go to the other guy so we can get a few conclusions. Right, so there you have it. Like, I mean, it's like a $400 guitar, you know? It's not like super expensive, but the sound, like, I don't know what, I cannot tell you what would you feel if it was in your studio or in your home, but the fact is that I love the way this guitar sounds and feels. Maybe if you're trying like to sing and play guitar, maybe it doesn't have enough because if you're like a person that kind of belts a lot, you might need a little bit more like volume from the guitar. Way beyond that, just the mid-range of the guitar itself, it's gonna fight a little bit with your vocal, just acoustically in the environment, you know what I mean? So maybe, yeah, you need a little bit something that it's maybe a little bit more bass oriented. Nothing to say that this guitar doesn't have enough bass, it does. And especially like in a recording setting, I think it has way enough bass. Like it just sounds great the way it is. But certainly when you're like in an acoustic environment, there's something that you want to have a certain impact that you want to have with like your, let's say if it's like your friends in your living room, or if it's like a small show, there's something that the big instrument does so that the people when they're with you, they connect differently. So that you don't have it in this guitar as much because it doesn't have like that much of an impact like a Dreadnought would have, for example.
But
judging it for what it is and not for what it isn't, it's a great sounding guitar. I love that mid-range. It sounds amazing. I use it in almost every song that I need to use a guitar. It feels like more and more I use the Dreadnought more to like songwrite, and more I use this one for a recording. It just fits in a mix in a way that it's like very easy to understand what the chord is doing without like stepping in the way of the bass or the drums. And just the fact that it's not like super hype in the top end. It just has like that 1 to 2K like little bump that it just sounds present enough, but it doesn't sound like harsh. A very nice and sweet mid-range, exactly like PRS puts it in their website. It's just really a nice sounding guitar, and as you can tell, I'm really happy that I have it. I can't believe that the price is as good as it is, because most other brands, like when you're like around those kind of prices, you're looking at laminate guitars, and nothing wrong with those because they sound great. I remember I used to have like a Yamaha, I don't know, whatever the cheapest is. I played a lot with that thing and it was just a lot of fun. And you know, a lot of people just have one of those laying around their homes, and it's just a great guitar to just have all around and like to learn, and even like to learn how to sing. It's just a great instrument. But I kind of want to say that this PRS is at a little bit of a different level and I really do appreciate that a lot. Nothing more to say other than just like ramble. So like if you like this video, definitely subscribe, stay warm, stay safe, go to the comment section down below and let me know what you think. Other than that, I'm out, my friend.